Welcome back, dear students. Today I am here to discuss the topic alternating current. I told you that if we have a coil of wire having n turns in it and area equal to A, and if the coil is rotated with a constant angular velocity omega in a magnetic field of strength B, then the EMF induced is given by V equal to NBA omega sin omega t. If sin omega t is 1 maximum, then V will be equal to NBA omega, which will be the maximum value of V. So we can write this equation as V equal to VO sin omega t. This is the equation for the alternating voltage, where VO is called the peak value of the voltage. That is the maximum value of the voltage that is induced in the circuit due to the rotation of the coil in the magnetic field. The corresponding current that will flow in the circuit will be given by I equal to IO sin omega t, where I is the instantaneous value of the current and IO is the peak value of the current. If we plot a graph between time and voltage, or time, current and time, then the graph will be a sine curve like this. You can see that the voltage is alternately changing its direction and value. That's why it is called alternating voltage. In the same way, if I take I on this axis and T on this axis, the graph will be the similar one. This value, which is the amplitude, is called the peak value of the voltage and is denoted by VO. On this side, this is minus VO because the direction has reversed. So we may call it minus VO, and on this side it is VO. Now it is seen that when an alternating voltage is applied in a circuit, then its effect is neither equal to that of the peak value of this voltage nor equal to that of the average value. And one thing that you must know, that if we calculate the average value of the alternating voltage for one complete cycle, then it will come out 0. It is so because there are positive values of the voltage on the upper half and there are equal negative values of the voltage on the lower half. So for one cycle, the total voltage when added will be 0, and obviously the average value of the voltage or the current for a complete cycle will be 0. It is found that the effect of the voltage, alternating voltage, in a circuit is equal to the value which is called the root mean square value of that voltage or current. That's why the root mean square value of the voltage or alternating current is also called its effective value. Let us first calculate how the effective value or root mean square value of the alternating voltage is related to its peak value. We have this equation for alternating voltage, V equal to VO sin omega t. First we will square it to obtain the RMS value. We will first square this equation and write it as V square equal to VO square sin square omega t. When we find out its average, then we call it the mean square value, that is V square bar is the mean square value of the voltage in the circuit, and this will be equal to VO square into sine square omega t bar. I have not placed the bar sign over VO square because VO is constant. So the average of VO is same as VO itself for the complete cycle. Now it can be seen mathematically that for a complete cycle, the average of sine square omega t is 1 upon 2. So I will replace sine square omega t bar by 1 upon 2 for a complete cycle, so that I get V square bar equal to V square VO square into 1 upon 2. Now the square root of V square bar is called VRMS. So V square bar square rooted will be equal to VO upon square root of 2. Or we can say VRMS, or root mean square value of the voltage in this circuit, is equal to P value of the voltage divided by square root of 2. In the same way, we can get IRMS equal to I peak upon square root of 2, which gives us IO equal to IRMS into root 2. In the same way, we can get VO equal to VRMS into root 2. The root mean square value of the voltage or the current in case of alternating current is the effective value of the voltage or current. It means if we have a voltage of peak value VO, then its effect in the circuit will be equal to that of VO upon root 2. For example, if I take an alternating voltage which has peak value VO equal to 100 volt, then its effect in that circuit will be VRMS equal to 100 upon square root of 2, which is equal to 50 into root 2, which is approximately 70 volt. So an alternating voltage of peak value 100 volt has an effect of approximately 7 volt of DC in the circuit. So we will say that if a voltage has peak value 100 volt, then its effective value is 70 volt. In the same way, if I have peak current IO equal to say 10 ampere, then its effective value or its RMS value will be equal to 10 upon root 2, which will be approximately 7 ampere. Thus, the current, alternating current, which has peak value, has an effect in the circuit equal to that of 7 ampere of DC.